build. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's about at the end of the day. This ain't no one-man army. This ain't no... We got to all pull together. You know what I'm saying? So I'm heavy on that. And at the end of the day, it's like, will I be... You got an opportunity that could change my family life. I'm going to sit here and be quiet and not say nothing to you. Only to, on the ride home, be like, man, I should have said this. I should have said... No, I ain't going to be able to sleep with myself tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
right.
Yeah, networking is essential because at the end of the day, your network determines your net worth.
It does. It definitely does. That's
now getting appreciated by somebody else, or like your parents being proud of you. Like, that's for me, my father or mother being proud of me is the best feeling I could ever have in my life. Like, I'd clean up the entire house. Like, when they out shopping or running errands, I'd clean the entire house just for them to appreciate me and, like, be proud of me for that. And it's not like that a lot these days for kids. And that's why I motivate and tell them that they still have a chance. Like, the bigger you grind, the harder you dream. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream.
Yeah.
So, like...
The harder you grind, the bigger you dream.
The harder you grind, the bigger you dream.
Hey, the harder you grind,
the bigger you dream.
Whoa.
The harder you grind,
The bigger you dream.
The harder
you grind, the bigger you dream.
Let's get it, let's go. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. I said the harder you grind, the bigger you dream. I said you're up and I'm up. Y'all now tuned in to the Grind Hard Dream Big Show. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. I got special guests in the building today. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
You already know, it's your boy LorXayXay, 11-year-old rapper pushing the positivity and motivation all around the world. We grinding and dreaming.
Facts.
Yeah, and the father of LorXayXay, man, Xtravagant dad, out here pushing positivity and showing people it's more than just, you know, being an artist and just existing. Like, we living, we thriving, we not surviving no more. So yeah.
So like the upbringing of all of this, man. I gotta start with Pops. I gotta start with Pops on this, man. So like the upbringing for yourself, like being born, being raised, like, you know, for the people that don't know, like,
Yeah,
speaking into that.
It's crazy, yo, because I just started therapy last week. So when I think about my upbringing now, it's a little different because I done been unraveled. Whereas I was looking at it from a surface level, she done opened up some things to help me realize that the way I saw it this way, it's really this way, which is why I'm this way.
Okay. Hey, yo, we starting off with bars. Okay.
Yeah, so, but, you know, for me, I don't know, man, I've always been a person that was inspired to be better and want more. You know, we struggled. Yeah, man, it was rough. And I didn't think that I was in survival mode or that I was taking care of myself, but I recently learned this, that that need to want to help people, you know, comes from me feeling like I always had to figure it out even when I was Zay age. Surprisingly, I wrote my first rap when I was 8. And it had nothing to do about the lifestyle I was living. I went to church every Sunday. My father was real heavy on school, real strict. But I was just mimicking Cash Money and Rough Riders. Like, that was what I heard, and that's what it sparked my interest. So I just mimicked it, right? And then my father found it and was like, you better not write another rap for as long as I live. 3 years later, I found them dead. So it put me in a space where I was like, nobody else in my family or anybody, friends that I knew had experienced what I experienced. So it ain't like somebody can tell me, yo, I've been here before, this is how you get out of it. I went to the only thing I had, pen and pad, you feel me? Like, that was, my raps was so personal. It was like me journaling, you know what I'm saying? And what that happened September 23rd, 2003. After that happened, I didn't go right back to school. I was out of school till like March of 2004, right? And then when I got back to school around this time, Cassidy hot,
Right.
Clips hot. So, you know, we in the cafeteria, they doing the grinding beat.
Yeah.
And AM to the PM, B-boy stance, all that was out at the time. And we get in the cafeteria and it was like, oh, we battling and rapping and freestyling now? Oh, I'm in my element. Like, I've been missing out on this. Oh, okay. I'm home now. So I got to school and then that's where I started feeling my love and seeking, like finding my validation. It was when I started rapping because a lot of times I would talk and I would say like profound things. And people, I don't want to hear that. So I felt outcasted because my mind was always surpassed my people. And then it wasn't until I started rapping where people were like, oh no, yo, Bones, yo, get Bones to spit. Now everybody love me. And it was like, oh, this is what I got to do to get love. So I fell even deeper in love with the music for real. And then, you know, still dealing with depression and the stress of losing my dad, I became rebellious and trying different things in the streets. Went wild. I still was doing the music, but it wasn't a priority. It was just something I knew how to do. And then he came along and saved my life, man. It changed everything for real. When I got that phone call, man, at the time, it was crazy how I was living. I was living crazy. Chasing e-pills and women. That was like my motto, my daily routine for real. And I got the phone call. I'll never forget, I got the phone call. His mother said she was pregnant. Mind you, my grandmother used to make me sleep on the porch if I came home too late because she wasn't opening that door. And I don't know how I did it, but like in 6 months, I had a car in my own place. I got a job out the airport and was eating peanut butter and jelly and cups of noodles for 6 months and just buckled down for real. And I never knew that I was capable of doing that until I had a reason to live. You feel what I'm saying? And he gave me a reason to live. So I started changing the decisions I was making and started living with a purpose.
Right.
Xtravagant hero right here.
And so,
Saving
yeah,
lives.
ever since then, he been at my hip, and that's how he soaked up the game.
For sure, man. So I'm gonna pivot to the superstar here. Like when you hear that, right? Like how does that like motivate you and mold you? Because you see your father and you realize everything that he's going through, and it's like everything that he's done to this point for you, right? To pave the way for the next generation. So like how do you like what did you take and make of it?
So basically, he was just repaying the debt because I saved his life. But it makes me want to become more like him every day and be even better because as great of a man he is, it really sets a goal for me. That's the fact that I saved a life already. If I can save one life, maybe I can save 10. If I can save 10 lives, maybe I can save 20. And it keep going like that. And that's why my goal in this life, my goal when it comes to rapping is to, through the gift that God gave me, motivate and spread positivity around the world.
Right.
Cause like when I was young, I was just on the porch on my little bike, and then like I would just sense that all the negativity going around in the world. That's the gift that God gave me at such a young age. Like I mean, I was a baby. I couldn't even talk yet. I'm goo goo gaga right now. And like I could just sense the negativity going on around the world. So if it's already this much negativity, why not bring the scale of positivity up as well?
Not for sure. And you know, like I said, seeing it, right? I feel like it's a beautiful moment to have, you know, like I said, the notion of parenting, the notion of, you know, like I said, your dad, your mom, like that, you know, your sisters, know what I'm saying? Like it's just a beautiful notion of family and everybody being there for each other, right? So like I guess, you know, like your upbringing, right? You know, you still young, you still going through it and things like that. But like when people on the outside, right, that haven't been to like Baltimore, like how would y'all both describe that? Because I know a lot of people are like, okay, On the
Yeah.
outside looking in, like we don't know, we ain't been, but like when you think of Baltimore, like what does that mean to you guys?
For me, I don't know. I love Baltimore. Baltimore different. I think it gives you something. It gives you this muscle that you need to survive. You know what I'm saying? Muscle. It give you it's raw and authentic. You know what I'm saying? I think everywhere you go, you know, there's a hood in every city. You know what I'm saying? But it's deeper than just the hood. It's a certain level of uniqueness that we got, right? Like our air stink different. like you get what I'm saying, but like it stink good because it's like that's our air. You get what I'm saying? It's like even us separating ourselves from the DMV. You know what I'm saying? Like people be like, "Oh, y'all from DMV?" No, we from Baltimore.
Right? Yeah.
And though we in the middle of Maryland, we are island. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's different because Baltimore might inside of it go through what it go through. It's like any household, but when you leave outside, we together.
Oh yeah,
you get
for
what I'm
sure.
saying?
Yeah.
So it's like we got that mindset, and I'm just grateful to have been born in Baltimore because I probably wouldn't have the mindset and the strength and the things that I need. Because like I said, I was able to dibble and dab in certain things as a youngin', so it gave me that side. But I'm also street smart and book smart. You get what I'm saying? So it's
Right.
like it just give you that survival thing where you can survive in any climate, any element. You drop somebody from Baltimore in the middle of the woods, and they gonna come out with a chinchilla and and yeah, they gonna be ready to go. You feel what I'm saying? With a peacock feather on their hat and some Crocs, and some Gators on their feet for real, because they gonna make a way out of no way for real.
For sure. I like that. Like, so being from Baltimore, what that mean from you? You know.
So like, Baltimore is hardcore. Baltimore is hardcore. See, Baltimore is unique because of the hood, and like it's a hood in every city, like you said. But Baltimore, it goes deeper than that.
Yeah.
Like, you really, Baltimore people is the most hardcore people in America in my mind.
Got you.
Like, growing up in Baltimore so far, I've learned to be responsible on my own, because you need that. Because I know I've learned, like, a lot that everybody ain't always going to be there for you. You gotta be dependable for yourself.
That part.
Like, you gotta be somebody you can depend on. If you don't believe in yourself, you can't believe in nobody else.
Baltimore, them training wheels come off early.
Early.
Early. Go ahead and get them strawberries out the way, because that's how you gonna learn. I mean, even down to the bikes, like it start early.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Riding dirt bikes and all that. Them kids start at a very young age. By the time they Zay age and older and all that, they maniacs on them bikes. I'm trying it. I'm learning now. I'm been riding Zay bike trying to learn, but
I was about to say, used
but-
my bike.
yeah. But I think I missed my mark. Too old now.
Yeah. So like, cause you know, like I said, for me, you know, backstory for those that don't know, like I had the luxury, and I'm gonna say luxury because, like I said, the community events. Shout out to Shalice. Shout out to the Treehouse Project. You know, so we responders, Ebony, so many, like all of them have just literally embraced me, and like I said, seeing you guys at the MBYO summit, man, like that whole vibe had really just I seen you just rock out and do your thing. I'm like, yo, he's spitting. Like, yo, what's going on, this energy and everything like that. And I was attracted to that because it's like, yo, at the end of the day, like the youth is in good hands. Like he's literally has a message where it's positive. He ain't doing nothing crazy, not wilding out or, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and the third. Like, he really wants to motivate people. And it wasn't only the rap that was the attraction. It's what you said at the end. Like, you really wanted people to, you know, like I said, to keep going, like literally putting it in motion. That was a song I heard. But then from that moment on, you just continue to build momentum. And what I always saw at the shows was not only like yourself being on the stage, but your dad being there, the family being there, that love, that support, and people just like being behind you. And like I said, like you said there and said earlier, like that's love. That's needed and necessary in anything that you do in life.
Everything.
You sit there, you pick up a mic or you playing piano, whatever it is that you're doing, and you got that community already being like, yo, I see you doing your thing, keep going, or I'm right here. They pull the camera out, like, know what I'm saying? They not tripping if it's not them. They like,
Right.
yo, you win, I win. We all
We
win.
all win.
You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing I could definitely say about Baltimore. You know, like even with the Stokey project, like them, like I remember back then doing raps and stuff like that. And he was like, yeah, man, come through. And did that. Like, and it was love. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they did. They embraced it. They ain't really care. And I just seen everybody just rapping. Hey, yo, man, what's up with that, man? Dope show. It's the energy. And it was authentic. And like, I ain't gonna lie, it's like a second home to me. I ain't gonna lie.
That's real. I'm gonna be honest though, we ain't always been that way. We growing up, for me, it was the crab in the bucket mentality. You know what I'm saying? It was like every time somebody about to make it, they get clipped or pulled back. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, man, but like I'm gonna say probably I wanna say the last decade, say you 11 now. So I wanna say maybe last 5 years, maybe it could have been a decade. The narrative has been changing tremendously. And now it's like it's a certain amount of unity. Like even the top artists in our city starting to collaborate more. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm getting that Atlanta vibe slowly starting to come to Baltimore, where it's like let's work together. If it's no more competition, we gotta build together, y'all. That's the only way we're gonna get up out of here. And it's starting to happen and it's working. You feel what I'm saying? Like the beefing is minimized. Our homicides is the lowest it's ever been in history.
Yeah, shout out
like
to
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like for sure, it's like this movement that we having right now can't go unspoken about, because when something negative happen, it get all the spotlight. But why can't we pat ourselves on the back when something good happen, right? That come off as arrogance, or y'all think y'all know, like, yo, we got to pull energy into that so it grow into something bigger for real. Like we got to keep the momentum going, or it just die out for real. No, we need to notarize the fact that we are doing better as a whole, as a community, as a city, as even in the artistry community, as the rappers and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
Because a lot of it stem from that.
Yeah.
When the rappers beef, now everybody want it don't even be the rappers half the time. It be their teams.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Then they get in some stuff and that create an issue, and before you know it, we divided. Now everybody just playing their part. They like, man, I don't care if I'm in the front or the back. If this my team, we rocking, he leading, let's go. And yeah, I'm proud of it, man.
Yeah, I can definitely see that as well. And like I said, even having you guys, you know, come down to PG, some people be like, man, PG, Baltimore, what you mean? Like, what you doing all the way over there? I'm like, bro, it's nothing but a 45-minute drive. Like, I ain't tripping off of it. And, you know, like I said, you know, us cross-collabing or being a part of the events, I feel like it's so important to pour into our young people, you know. So like I said, any opportunities I have all the time, I know, you know, with the youth summit, you coming through, you speaking on the panel, you performing, things like that. And then of course, like the career days and things like that, man, like any way I can have you involved, you know, it's going to be nothing but a call and definitely love, because your story is meant to be shared with the world, right? Because there's people around your age, if not younger or even older, that you could attest to even at, you know, career day, inspiring them kids. So like for you, like how did that feel? You know, like talking to the kids, inspiring, you know, kids younger than you, around your age, even older than you. Like how did that feel for you?
It feels good because like a lot of these past few like years of me rapping, I go to one show, perform, and then the next or two shows after, them same people, I see them same people who remember me. And the fact that my message isn't going unheard, like inspiring the kids and all of them, everybody, the fact that I inspire them, it feels special, you know? It makes me feel good inside, because this gift that I'm using, I know it's not going unused. It's like, it's not being wasted, because the fact that I have all this support on my back and stuff, it gives the good vibes, and the community is growing, which makes the gift even more special.
I like that. I like
Let's talk about, for me as the dadager, right? Starting out, he didn't have the kids. The kids couldn't connect to it because he was one out of a million. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, huh? We're not used to that. We used to NBA Youngboy and Dirk and Lil Baby, and he not saying nothing they saying. Nah, we good on that, right? He had all the adults though. They was put it in motion. And it was like, wow, because they, as adults, it's like, wow, I wish I had somebody like that when I was younger. Or it create make you reflect and say, what, this is, who kid is this? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a certain level of amazement when you're an adult and you see this little man, because that's what he is when he get a mic in his hand.
Yeah, for sure.
This little man do what he do. But over the years, and I definitely can say that you played a heavy part in this, getting him in front of the children. The influence with the children have grown tremendously, man. Like, and it feel good to now that kids his age come up to him and you can see the inspiration in their eyes. You can see the admiration in their eyes for real. Like today when he did the show for real, a kid from the event from a couple months ago remembered him and was like, man, when you get on stage, I'm gonna try to come up there with you for real. I'm gonna rap SOB with you. And when he started doing SOB, he went up there and I didn't think he was gonna rap it. He was word for word, like with him. Like I was like,
he literally like a lot. It was like he helped me write the song. Like,
it was like I was like, okay, he got the kids now. Like this is okay, yeah. So you know that that's the mission. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they're the ones who have to take what he pouring in and apply it.
Yeah,
we can apply it, but they the future.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The future is in their hands. So to see him be able to finally like connect with these kids and when they see him be not necessarily starstruck, but inspired, it's powerful.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. And like I said, networking and building, like you've done a tremendous job of that. So like with music and you kind of look at, you know, how it started to, you know, of course, like where it's going. How has networking been like for you all? Like in this whole entire journey, like.
So like networking wise, I've connected with a lot of big people, but he'll tell you my social skills is down the drain and I can't reach for them. Like my keys fell down the pipe and I cannot get them back. I always bring them to him because he is a social butterfly. He'll fly all the way to Canada just to talk. Like that's how he is. So like networking for me with all the kids and the adults, it's been successful so far. And the fact that they consider an 11-year-old with the like just a random 11-year-old with such a powerful gift, it's appreciated. But when it comes to being social, I'm still working on my skills. Mainly, the reason we have friends is because of him. Talk to him about social stuff. Like, I got social media, but I ain't social.
That makes sense. No, I get you. I get what you're trying to say. I get what you're trying to say.
Sure. It's crazy because as we are listening to him speak, you'll be like, how is that the case, right? Like, he could sit and have a whole conversation with you, but it has to be some type of connection built before he fully open up. Whereas you can put me in any room and then once I'm gonna scope it out, check the temperature, and then I'm going to work. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a mission. At the end of the day, you got something that could benefit this. Somehow, some way, I'm gonna find something if I don't already have it that's gonna benefit that. Let's build.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because that's what it's about at the end of the day. This ain't no one man army. This ain't no. We gotta all pull together. You know what I'm saying? So I'm heavy on that. And at the end of the day, it's like, you got an opportunity that could change my family life. I'm gonna sit here and be quiet and not say nothing to you. Only to on the ride home be like, man, I should have said this. I should have said no. I ain't gonna be able to sleep with myself tonight. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
right.
Yeah, networking is essential because at the end of the day, your network determines your net worth.
It does. It definitely does. That's a bar. Of course, you thought that we all rap in this room. We all have done that in this room. So like that's not gonna be a surprise.
Yeah.
You know, throughout. And I think that is definitely important. Like I said, and every time we I think what's so unique and dope is like we generally check up on each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, yo, what's going on? Like, oh yeah. And like I said, you got an event going on, boom, I posted the story and things like that. I tell people all the time, man, kindness is free. It's free, bro. To post somebody, it's free. You don't got to pay. Like, it's always dope to know when things are in alignment. Like when I'm from when I met
my
y'all,
word.
literally, man,
Alignment.
literally, like everything has been going up, and I'm not surprised at it because of what you're stewarding. Like you said, that gift is so important to steward it, right? Like you're like, all right, you're working, you're getting better, you get the feedback, you're naturally learning. That's when I tell you, keep learning, because guess what, like years down the line, you're gonna be like, man, I soaked this up. Now all of a sudden, adulthood really hit for me when you like 18 and all that. You like, yeah, you're gonna be way advanced. You know why? Because you got that community around you that was pouring into you, showing you the ropes. We doing this because, like I said, we don't want we want the best for you. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna feed you the soul food that you need. You know what I'm saying? Not this microwave stuff that,
Man.
hey, yo, now I'm saying 30 seconds, a minute later, you think it's good. Nah, we want soul food. We want, now I'm saying,
slow
the
cook.
food that sit there and touch your ribs. Like, oh yeah, I'm thinking about that, or that Thanksgiving turkey that you was geeked to sit there and eat, or something like that, or that good old mac and cheese. Like, because the thing about it is, for y'all generation, man, y'all have so much access, right? So with the access part, like, I guess, what do you got, like, what do you feel like you've go through that maybe some of us as adults probably don't really understand? Because we
Talk
have to
about it.
really get on, not necessarily get on y'all level, but at least be able to be a bridge to like help y'all walk across, if that makes sense. So like, how do you feel about that and the experiences and things like that?
So, something that I realized that like that goes around, this has been going on for generations. You know that saying, stay in your place?
Yeah.
What do you mean? This is my place. I live in this world. That's my place. So like, I feel like it's misunderstanding. Like kids these days are very misunderstood. And that's how you get to like hoods and gangs and all that. 'Cause they feel blocked. They feel squished. Like they can't let anything out. So like when they finally can, it's chaotic. So like being misunderstood is like, it like for kids it hurts. Like it hurts. Like it's one of the worst things. Now being getting appreciated by somebody else, or like your parents being proud of you, like that's, for me, my father or mother being proud of me is the best feeling I could ever have in my life. Like I'd clean up the entire house. Like when they out shopping or running errands, I'd clean the entire house just for them to appreciate me and like be proud of me for that. And it's not like that a lot these days for kids. And that's why I motivate and tell them that they still have a chance. Like, the bigger you grind, the harder you dream. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream.
Yeah.
So like, you gotta, it's forced sometimes. If you want this, you gotta work for it. That's how life is. Like it can't get handed to you, but it still feels good to be supported. And kids these days aren't very supported much. So having the support from my parents, I'm so grateful, like, to God, like, for all this. God can literally solve all your problems. But he's not for being used. God is literally the most powerful ever. He created us. He created this world, all our feelings. Use them right. It's the least you can do for God.
That's a bar.
Yeah,
That's a bar. That's
yeah,
heavy.
Sheesh.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, hold up. We said God created the world. God created the feelings. Use it right.
It's the least you can do.
That's the least you can do. Goodness gracious. Oh, bro. Like, what? That's fire. No,
yeah.
I think that's vital, man. And that's received. Because, like I said, working with youth and things like that, we have to be more solution-oriented based. And I think that's what happens.
I learned that from being his dad. Like, and in therapy, I realized that I certain characteristics that I have and I possess came from me not feeling worthy as a kid, right? And that lack of support will make you feel like I'm not enough or I'm not good enough, right? You won't take advice from me because of my age. I've been your age before. You never been mine. That's stuff adults say to kids. Why would you invalidate their feelings or their expression or their point of view? They could save you from yourself. He not too young to save me. You get what I'm saying? He did it just by being born.
Right.
So just imagine what his insight could give me, where I'm paying attention to 1,000 things and he just see the simplest thing and say, Dad, I don't think that's a good move. Or why would I be like, boy, you don't know what you're talking about. Mind your business. A lot of times, and this go back to what I was saying for us, like Baltimore going into a positive direction. We don't talk about it enough. But as soon as everything go bad, it's Baltimore like the Wire and da-da-da-da-da and da-da-da-da. We praise the negativity. Parents, as soon as the kid do something wrong, they do something right, good job, and can keep moving, right? And what happens is the amount of energy that's given to me doing something right don't equate to the amount of energy of me doing something wrong. So if I'm gonna get your attention, and the only way for me to get your attention is to do something wrong, guess what I'm gonna do?
Something wrong. That's the math, right?
That's the math.
That's the math.
Math. Like
exactly
the only
that.
time you have words for me is when I mess up. I might as well just keep messing up, because when I do right, you pretend like, oh, that's what I'm supposed to do, and then you don't give it no attention, no. And at the end of the day, as a kid, even as adults, bro, I don't care what nobody say. I hear a lot of people get on social media and post these memes that say stuff like, I don't need no validation. I don't need nobody to validate. We all seek validation.
That's a bar. Yes, we do.
We all seek validation, whether it's from your partner, your parent, your child to the parent, your fans, whatever it is. We do things for validation. You get what I'm saying? It reminds us of why we doing what we doing, and it confirms if we important or not. And when we don't receive that validation, imagine we mature enough to be like, if we don't receive it in the way we want it, we can find it elsewhere.
Right.
But imagine an immature mind, a young child who's still developing, who not getting that validation.
Right.
They gonna go find it from somewhere, and like he said before, that's how they get into the gangs and the hood become what it become. Because at the end of the day, all we looking for is love.
Yeah. And sometimes we just look for it in the wrong places, like you sat there and said. Like, you know, I definitely know, like, myself as a child, if I look back and I'm like, yo, okay, I went to private school and then I went to public school. Public school made me who I was. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to critically think. You got to separate yourself from the crowd. You got to, okay, bet. You want to go to class? Okay, let's go to class. You going to skip? What you going to do? You know what I'm saying? Split second decisions, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was in my class coming in, 950 kids. Graduation, 550. You know what I'm saying? 400 that didn't because of decisions. Right. So, like, you become a product of your decisions. Your environment, yes, your environment is your environment, but you become a product of your decisions. So, like, the notion of friends, associates, understand that. Friends, associates, classmates is a reason for that, you know, like I said. And, you know, like, for the youngest out there to stay the course, it's easy to crash out. They want you to crash out. Like, it's the easiest thing to do.
It don't take nothing to do that.
It don't, literally.
Real strength come from holding on.
Yeah. And that's the thing. And, like, adversity looks different for different people. So I think that, you know, just understanding and being transparent. That's why I said, like, even with the story about, like, geometry, when he was like, yo, that's crazy. Like, that's the reason why I struggle with it. I struggle with it because I was caught on my angle of life. That was me being selfish. I didn't want to learn.
Right.
I didn't want to learn from whatever it was, like the 3.14 pi radius squared, because I'm not even a fan of pi. I'm not. Like, dessert time, give me cake.
Yeah.
So it's not even receptive to what you're telling me.
Yeah.
But then what I'm saying is, like, I can look at science too and being like, okay, well, I got this bottle of water, I got this bottle of soda. Right now, you keep talking about 3.14 pi radius squared. I'm this bottle of soda because I'm going to be shaking up every single time. And guess what? When you open it up, I'm going to explode.
Yeah.
Stop talking about pi. That's how I'm going to feel like, right? But then I realized over time, like, when you see yourself in the equation, you see yourself using the subject, then it'll turn around.
Apply,
and that's what I realized, like, even with sports, like, you got first quarter, you got second quarter. Halftime, what happens? Everybody goes in the locker room. I had to adapt and adjust because people will take you serious when you take yourself serious. So I had to take myself serious now. I had to separate myself, like, nah, no more sitting in the back, no more goofing off. Yeah, and the closer I got to moving to the instructor in the proximity, I started to hear clearer. It was better. You feel what I'm saying?
The
You understand that?
distance between the instructor and you, so much in between can
Yeah.
go on. You only catching what you want to catch.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
dope. Yeah, you painted that picture real well.
Yeah. So and even with that, and then I realized, like, even when I raised my hand and I asked my teacher a question after he was talking about 3.14 pi radius squared, I realized, like, people will take you serious when you take yourself serious. So when he saw myself started, like, hey, I got what? He got a question.
Right.
What? It's different now.
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying? So, like, and just putting in that work and realizing that, and what I can learn from geometry after passing it is perspective. Seeing somebody else's angle, not only your own. You know what I mean? And that's where life
That's
can
a
give
bar.
it. Literally.
That's a ball.
Yeah. Because we get caught up in those things. You know, it's not like, oh yeah, we struggle with subjects, we struggle with things, but we struggle with it because we don't see ourselves using it. And that's another thing it taught me was like, okay, my teacher sat there and said that you saw yourself applying all the information, all the formulas, and you weren't afraid to solve problems. And I feel like that's what we're all doing right now. Like, it's not about what we want to be when we grow up. Obviously, that's what we were told, and I'm not sitting there saying that was wrong either. But it's what problems are we willing to solve? Because people will pay you to solve problems. Shit.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
That's literally like, if you find something that you can do that'll solve somebody else's problem, you set for life.
Yeah.
You set for life. Because at the end of the day, everybody's seeking convenience.
Yeah.
I mean, the world is getting lazier and lazier. Now we gotta come back with AI.
Yeah.
Can't beat it, join it.
Right.
Right? Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to use it. But at the end of the day, for some, it'll make them lazy. For others, it'll make them millions.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, you just gotta see yourself in it.
Yeah.
And I think oftentimes we scared to look in the mirror anyway.
Mm.
We don't want to see ourselves.
And these days, like jobs and stuff, they want more problems so they can get the money.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah.
cause money is everything to them. Like, so like doctors, they want you to get sick so they can unsick you
Profit off your illness. Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
and get money from it.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's like, oh yeah, that prescription. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead.
Go ahead, take that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
But I think what people have to realize is that we are also in that position where we can help someone else. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people are like, yo, okay, I'm looking for a blessing. I want a blessing. I want a miracle. You are the miracle. You are the blessing. You are.
Yes.
Because the thing about it is, if you want blessings, you got to be a blessing to somebody else.
Somebody else.
And then the thing is, oh yeah, everybody down. Why everybody kicking me when I'm down?
Treat people how you want to be treated.
Exactly. If you want love, show love. If you
Show
want respect,
love.
show the respect.
You're gonna attract it every time,
Yeah.
man. And I think that's the key to life for real, man. It's like, again, go back to that mirror. And what you were saying about seeing yourself in the equation for real, we be asking for things we don't see in ourselves, and we gotta be it before we can see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Literally.
saying? Because we the evidence, and then once we create the evidence, then we know what they expect. And oftentimes, even in relationships, people ask for things they never had before and don't know how to receive it because they never knew what it looked like.
Yeah. You got to work on that, like the faith and the work. You got to work on the person that you're becoming. You know what I'm saying? Like, the person that you're becoming is what people need. So they need you to keep going.
Keep
like,
going.
I tell people all the time, like, even with reading, like, reading was my favorite thing. You were, past tense, you are, current, you know what I'm saying? And you're becoming, future. You know what I'm saying? R is where you are, like, where you were and where you are now shouldn't be the same.
Same thing.
Who you're becoming is that person that needs the breakthrough. Like, yo, I can see this. It happened in this person. I could be inspired. Boom, I see that. Because like I said, your past ain't got nothing new to say. And sometimes when you're reading books, chapters are meant to be closed. They're meant to be closed. You can't just
Buzz.
You feel me? Chapters meant to be closed, bro.
Buzz.
You can't read the same. I mean, you could read the same chapter and learn something from it. I ain't saying that you can't. But like when that door closes, God probably like, yo, close that joint.
Close it, yeah.
Don't keep opening that door.
Yeah. Back to alignment though.
Yeah, for
what
sure.
you were saying, because it's crazy that you spoke on the whole concept of like past you, the current you, and the future you.
Yeah.
I was recently watching a sermon, and pastor was speaking on Jesus told the prophet that the prophet is on it everywhere, but in his hometown and from his closest relatives and family members. And that's just go to show like your cold market is your best market for real, because they don't know the were. They don't know the was, right? They know are. And if they stick around long enough, they'll see the becoming part. But oftentimes people who knew us don't know us because they so used to who we were. And so when you start growing in front of them, and that's the worst feeling in the world, when you start becoming, and everybody want to keep bringing up the old you.
Old you, yeah. Remember back in the day?
I'm not him.
I'm not that person.
I'm not that person. I don't even connect with that person anymore for real. But if that's the only way you can connect with me, then
Yeah.
we can't, because I'm trying to grow and you trying to hold me. You trying to keep this.
Yeah.
You done found a relationship with the broken me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
the reality is, man, we trying to elevate on the way.
Yeah. Nah, for sure, man. So like, what does the self-care look like for y'all as y'all are in this space, man? Because, you know, like, it could be a show, it could be this, it could be that, but like, what does the self-care look like for y'all, man? In this,
I'm still learning.
Okay.
No, for sure. But you were playing the game.
Hmm.
Self-care for you is like playing the game.
I guess.
Yeah, that's his. He
I'm about to say, I see y'all doing y'all thing with the Twitch. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Try and go up with the.
Yeah, so for me, I don't know, man, because I put myself last so much that when I do get time to really do me, it's like,
It's hard, right?
you be like, what do I want to do?
Right,
What do
man.
I like?
Me and you the same. Me and you is the same thing. I had to learn that too.
Yeah, I'm like,
still
what
learning.
do I like? Like, I don't know what to do with this free time. So now what I'm doing is I'm using that free time to just draw closer to God for real. That's my self-care.
That's fire, man. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
My self-care right now, as of right now, I'm doing the same thing. I'm trying to get more of a bond with God, cause like in my eyes, I owe him so much. Like we literally owe him our life. And like me doing what I want, I ask God. Like when you lost on what you want to do, what's healthy for you, ask God, cause he created your purpose. And if you don't know your purpose, go to the one who gave you it. That's
fine. That's a bar
Yeah,
right there.
go to the
man.
source.
Hold on, man. You can't
Go to
create
the
until
source.
you tap into the creator. Nah,
Right.
For real. Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Man, okay. Now, so like, I guess, you know, for y'all, man, like it's been a beautiful thing to see, like just the growth and just the elevation and everything, man, from like the creative writing and all of that, all the vibes and the energy and stuff like that, man. So like, what's the motivation? Like for you, I know, you know, like I said, for the youth out there, I want you to answer like, you know, how will we keep the youth motivated? And then for you, like anybody that's, you know, in the community, like how will we keep them motivated? What's that advice that you would give them? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, to keep them motivated, you really got to give them what they want and twist it. So, like, if we talking about having them motivated and then keeping them motivated, if they motivated by something, keep that something going. Cause, hold on, like, when it comes to giving somebody what they want, you really got to know what they want. So if you try out this and they like it, keep it. And then it's about finding the right time to change it. Cause you know you can't keep that one trend going on long. Like social media, they go from one trend, it's popping everywhere, all around the world. 1 week later, everybody done forgot about it.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be too quick with the change, but you don't want to be too slow.
I like that.
Timing. Yeah.
Timing. It's good.
Time is precious. Very.
For me, I would say to any community leader or anybody just doing anything, that motivation really come from a desire to want to see change for real. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, the job never done. And the day you get too comfortable, then it's easy to revert back to old ways. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, it's easy to crash out.
Yeah.
The goal is to stay the course.
Yeah.
So sometimes you get down bad, but the best way to stay motivated is to be around like-minded people.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
For
When
sure.
your cup get empty, go around somebody with a full cup so they can pour into you. And I think our biggest thing is we gotta learn how to communicate.
Yes.
I think I was talking to my mother the other day, and we came across in a discussion that came up how we so backwards as a people, right? We private about the things we should be public about, and we public about the things we should be private about.
It's great.
Like we won't share the information that'll help us in regards to like finances. You know what I'm saying? Yo, if we sitting right here and I'm like, yo, I only got 50 on me. You like, I got 25. He like, I got 25. I'm like, together we got 100.
Right.
If none of us never say that, all you thinking is you got 25.
Right.
You know, all he thinking is I got 25. And all I'm thinking is I got 50. But what can we do with that 100?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can do so much more with that for real. But if we don't speak up and say, this is what I can contribute or this is what I have, but yet we quick to talk about what Lil Ray was doing, his baby mother was doing, and all that. Who cares about that? Information is irrelevant.
Right.
That should be private.
Right. For sure.
The public information is the information we need to grow. You know what I'm saying? And that's the stuff we keep private. Yo, where you get your shoes from? If I tell you I gotta kill you. Like, you can't tell me where you got your shoes from, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you withholding that information?
Right.
But you quick to gossip about something I don't care about.
Right.
It's just weird for real. So I think the biggest thing is getting around like-minded people, staying motivated, and just making sure that your community is close knit.
Yeah.
If somebody not aligned with that, they gotta go, bro.
Nah, I agree with that, man. You are what you entertain, not attract. I feel like you could attract anything.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, like, boundaries are okay. It's okay to say no. You know what I'm saying? To
Learning
things.
that too.
Yeah, you got to say no. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you just like, oh yeah, bet. But like, you definitely got to say no and just understand your boundaries and be strong on it. And I would definitely tell people, like, don't be afraid to try things. Like, don't be so quick to give up. Because like I said, at the end of the day, man, like, you know, you are what you say. Like, it's crazy because, like, my pastor, man, Pastor Keith Battle, and you know what I'm saying, Zion Church, he's in a series right now called You Are What You Say. And he was like, yo, you keep telling yourself you broke, then guess what? You broke. If you keep telling yourself you tired, guess what? You're tired. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got to understand that. And it's just like, you have to have purpose. And you have to understand that. And you have to realize what your assignment is. There's people that are assigned to you. And they need you more than you think.
Yes.
So like, at the end of the day, it's like, yo, just keep being you and be unapologetically you. Like, that's what I'm saying. And God doesn't bless who you pretend to be.
Not at all.
He's
Not at all. Take the mask off. It's crazy that you just said that, yo. So back in the beginning, go back to like the roots of me, right? Before I was Xtravagant Dad, I was Bones. And my brand was Take Your Skin Off. It stemmed from Take Your Shirt Off, right? Because I used to go out, get drunk, and be in the club, and before you know it, my shirt, I went home without, I went in the club with a shirt on.
Got you.
I left out without one.
Got you.
So my man used to call me, Mr. Take Your Shirt Off, right? And then I always got to turn stuff more profound and deeper for real, because it was like two parts of me. It was always this part of me, who I am now, trying to peek through the cracks. And then it was the one that I had the character I had to create to survive. That was Bones.
Okay.
And I was like, no, take your skin off. And around that time, the pastor was talking about how, like, don't be of the flesh. You know what I'm saying? Like, the flesh is where the temptation come in and all that other stuff. So I just changed the name to Take Your Skin Off for real. And then when people would ask me, well, what that mean? It just mean be you at all times for real. Take your mask off. A lot of times we chameleons, depending on what room we in. You know, I'm going to be this way with J Flow. But then if I get around Brandon Scott, sit up like this and talk different. No. You're going to get me wherever I go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is who I am.
Right.
I ain't changing.
If you're not okay with who I am, then you're not right for me.
Right.
That part.
That's true. Yeah, man. Love y'all, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, this was heavy, man. So, like, you know, the future is bright, man. It's Q4. I know, like I said, y'all gonna finish 2025 strong. I already know it. Man, the foundation that you have, brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? Keep God in your life. I already know you have them. Keep them in your life. Continue to soak up all the game. Like I said, if it weren't for Shalice, I wouldn't have met y'all. If it weren't for like Nicole and Ebony, like I appreciate that so much because like I embrace all y'all as family.
No, for
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? We
Vice
all
versa.
have literally like just been embedded to do God's work, regardless of what it is. And one thing that we all trying to do, man, we all trying to save the next generation.
Okay.
That's God's alignment. That's God's plan. How could we do it?
How can we do it?
Regardless of where we live at. Y'all in Baltimore, I'm in PG. Y'all home is my home. Mi casa, su casa. Like, that's how I always look at it, because at the end of the day, we bigger than our areas. You know what I'm saying? We start local, and then it'll be global, because God will expand the territory.
Yes.
We just are going to be constantly prepared and ready for those moments, and that's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
The light work is easy when the shadow work is done.
Mhm.
The light work is easy
When
when
the
the shadow work is done.
Where did you get that from?
What you mean? I'm just saying.
Oh.
No, for real, a lot of people scared of that shadow work.
Yeah, and that's the thing. So we just continue to do that, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all
Appreciate you,
already
man.
know the harder you grind, the bigger you dream.
Yeah.
The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. I said the harder you grind, the bigger you dream. And we out,
For
man.
real.
Soundstripe.